The content on this channel has been created for adults. If you're not at least 13 years of age or older, then please do not watch this content. Sorry, dude. Come back when you're 13. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Wrestle Fury. Welcome back to the channel. Always a pleasure, guys, to be kicking it down a notch with all you beautiful people around the globe. The Off Tap family going strong. We got freaking, what, 40 plus channels. I don't even know how many channels I have now. It's gotten freaking crazy, but it's by design. It is something I've set out to achieve a goal. I want to have the most channels with the most freaking subscribers and all that. You know, I just want to break a record. I just want to do it. It's just a goal. You know, I don't know. Plus, it's just fun to have lots of variety, as they say, the spice of life. So if you haven't already, make sure you go down in the description and go and subscribe to all my channels. I know it might take a couple seconds, but it'll be worthwhile because I'm niching it out. Each channel has its own kind of thing going on, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to keep those niches happening as we are on this channel. It's about the wrestling game. And let me tell you right now, the WWE is back on top of their game, dude. They finally, in my opinion, have finally gotten back down to business and doing what's good for business, because there was a point where I was a bit concerned. I was a bit worried. I was like, WWE, you're falling off the boat. What's going on? You're making some questionable decisions here. What are you doing? And then magic happened. Suddenly, they started doing things that I know for a fact a lot of us wrestling fans wanted to see, wanted to enjoy. They started doing the things that we wanted, and it was beautiful. And let me tell you, to me, I think that this is where WWE should have been ages ago. They should have already been making these type of decisions. And sometimes they'd make a really good decision, and then they would look like they'd second guess themselves and be like, nah, we've given it a shot for a week, and they haven't even given it time to really grow and nourish. And then next thing you know, it's like, what happened to that? It's like gone, it's disappeared. And I just think they finally have been like, okay, look, if we commit to a certain of these storylines, we commit to a certain of these freaking dope superstars that we have, and let them have time to grow like a plant. You gotta freaking nourish it. You gotta water it, give it some sun. You gotta let it freaking breathe a little and let it grow. It ain't gonna happen overnight necessarily, but give it some time, because WWE, I think, was in risk of freaking really, truly losing their edge, you know, as being the biggest and the best in the game, because you need superstars to pull that off. And I've been one of, you know, my friends and people I talk to, anyone who wants to hear about WWE, when I'd be having a conversation to them, I always tell them, I'm like, man, it feels like the days where WWE had all these big names, super dope, iconic superstars, these people that whether you were a hardcore wrestling fan or not, you've heard of because they were freaking larger than life characters. Hulk Hogan, The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin, to name a few, you know what I mean? You had these big characters, and they kind of disappeared. You know, you don't have the John Cena's and things like that, those names, you know, the Undertaker, you know, those freaking huge Macho Man, Randy Savage, you know, you had these huge personalities, these huge names. And, you know, I can only imagine growing up in that era of wrestling must have been amazing to freaking be able to experience wrestling back then, because it just seemed to be like like where you look, there was this huge, larger than life, super cool superstar who was freaking dope as hell, you know. And in recent years, WWE has had opportunities to create those type of characters again, but it's like a different game now. It feels like they're not. It's intentional by design. I feel like WWE does not want to put too much effort and energy into building up one set person to that level. And maybe it's because they worry, you know, they take the time to build someone up super huge like that, and then they leave and they go to a competitor or something, and then it's like, dude, what the freak? What, we just put all this energy and effort into this guy, and now he's gone. So I think what they're trying to do now, it feels like, is they're trying to now build all their superstars kind of like on an even kind of playing field. You know what I mean? Where they're all just big superstars. Like you watch WWE to watch WWE, as opposed to watching WWE to watch, say, The Rock, or WWE to watch, say, Stone Cold. You know what I mean? Like you used to tune in to watch your favorite dude or dudes, you know what I mean? Your favorites, you know, you tune in Trish Stratus Faction, you know? You tune in Triple H, Shawn Michaels, DX, you know, your favorites, you tune in for them. But then there was this like thing where suddenly it just felt like they were all gone. I mean, in recent times, the only, in my opinion, I would say in my opinion, the only real big, larger than life kind of personalities that they've really have had has been Brock Lesnar, who right now, again, he's not even, well, what we're hearing, allegedly, he's not even signed in a contract right now. So, man, I mean, really, you think of who's the biggest guy that's, you know, I mean, look, they had Goldberg come in and do a couple things here and there. You had The Undertaker here and there. You had The Big Show here and there. You had Roman Reigns. He's, you know, I got to tell you, by the way, the reason I'm saying that WWE is back, because now that Roman's come back, they're using him the right way, where I think finally, instead of them trying to push Roman Reigns down our throats as this awesome babyface, now him playing the heel character that he's been playing has been perfect and on point, and that is what we want. That's what we want more of. He's freaking absolutely just perfect in that character, and with Paul Heyman by his side, it's freaking just a big WWW. So, you know, but yeah, like, you know, I felt like, even though they had this huge amount of talent, like, that's the crazy thing. They have tons of talent on their roster. Tons of people who could carry the flag, you know, but they, again, weren't giving them the time to become that, you know, grown plant. You know what I'm saying? They just not letting the plants grow. And finally, it's starting to feel a little bit good. You know what I mean? Look what you're dealing with now. You got the Fiend. The Fiend. Oh my gosh, the Fiend, definitely one of the stars that's come out right now. One of the big dogs right now, for sure. You've got the Fiend. You got the big dog himself, the big dog, Roman Reigns, back finally. You've got Roman Reigns, you got The Fiend, you've got Randy Orton, of course, still doing his thing. You got AJ Styles still doing his thing, and AJ is dope, you know, everyone loves AJ. You got freaking Matt Hardy, who's just re-signed and is back for probably about 3 or 5 years, I would say. They usually try to lock him into those long, you know, contracts, so that's good, you know. That is really, really good, you know. And then you've got, did I say Matt Hardy or did I say Jeff Hardy? Y'all know which Hardy I was talking about. The other one's gone to AEW. I don't even know what I just said now, but if I got you confused, y'all know which Hardy I'm talking about. Anyways, I'm gonna get y'all mixed up here. I can't remember what I said. I was like, wait a minute, did I say the right Hardy? But, you know, so then you've got freaking, who else right now? Drew McIntyre, man. He's doing big things. Drew is freaking definitely proving to be a good champion. Definitely bringing it as the big guy, you know, that WWE likes having those big guys. He's definitely filling that role in nicely. You got Keith Lee now up there doing his thing. And Keith Lee, man, if you have not watched him in NXT and you suddenly see him up on the main roster, you are freaking probably like, who is this guy? Oh my gosh. And you ain't seen nothing yet because he is freaking so agile, especially to be a big guy. He's really good at what he does. He freaking is so awesome, has a great personality, awesome on the mic. I mean, this guy is the whole package and definitely a future headline big star. Without a doubt, he's going to have the championship belt in Raw soon. So you've got Keith Lee. Who else right now would I say is freaking, well, you've got, this is the thing, you've got other people who should be bigger than what they are. And it looked like at one point they were going to be, and then WWE again didn't let the plant grow. They changed their mind. They planted it, and then they're like, no, we're not going to feed it now. I'm talking one of those people, Shayna Baszler. Shayna, dude, she's dope. What's going on with you? Why aren't you guys freaking utilizing her like you were? Let her be the beast that she's been being, that you guys booking her as this beast. Let her continue to be the beast, dude. I liked it last freaking, man, what was it, 2 weeks ago when she had freaking Sasha and Bailey both submit at the same time, dude. That was a dope freaking way to end that and, you know, give her the W and stuff. But I actually like Nia Jax, how they're finally kind of giving her a bit more beast action as well now. I'm kind of enjoying Nia at the moment as well. Who else am I enjoying at the moment? Oh, come on, Asuka. I gotta show Asuka some love. Asuka is freaking great. She's an awesome champion, awesome person in real life as well. Like, just her personality and everything about her is super cool. Really, really cool person, and very talented in-ring competitor. So, gotta show Asuka some love. Who else would I have on my list right now? Yo, look, Bailey and Sasha are also doing their thing, man. I mean, they've actually the past weeks have been really doing a great job as well. But you never, the women's revolution, I mean, at the end of the day, the women hold it down all the time. Don't get it twisted. The women are always holding it down. And, you know, I mean, some of the best are out at the moment, but expected to come back within the next, definitely before WrestleMania. They've got to come back. Ronda Rousey has to come back before her contract ends, which ends around WrestleMania, around April next year is what I've heard. So, you know she's coming back. They gotta. WWE foolish, but I mean, I guess it depends where Ronda's mind is at, because I mean, she didn't leave because she didn't, like, she wanted to leave. She left to have a baby. So, and as far as I know, she ain't had a baby yet. I don't even think she's pregnant. So that's the question. You know what I mean? You know, it's yes. You know, I don't know. You've got Charlotte out right now as well, out for the count. But, you know, Charlotte, again, someone who a lot of people would say is overrated, who gets too much loving and stuff. But what is she now, like a 12, 14-time champion or something like that? You know, she freaking puts in the work, and she is a, you know, she's freaking part of the people who are now kind of the new school WWE guard who's ushering in the era now. You know what I mean? Now, there's some other people. Oh, how could I forget? Of course, guys. And one of my favorites right now, who are absolutely freaking killing it, and probably the best stable in all of WWE right now, is the Hurt Business. Oh my gosh. Dude, when they started out the Hurt Business, I already knew it was going to be something special. I knew it from the moment when MVP came back, because you get this bug, and there's no way that MVP came back and didn't feel a little bit of a bug where he's like, oh my gosh, I missed this. I want to do a little bit more one more time, because no matter where he was wrestling at before, if you ain't in the WWE ring with the WWE universe, it's a different experience. You know, it's a different experience. No matter how good some of these other promotions are, it's not the WWE. The WWE, there's something about the WWE. I think it's probably the fans, the universe, the atmosphere, and just the chemistry between a lot of the people that become part of the WWE superstars, that it just creates something really cool. And it's a cool experience, man. And I gotta tell you, when MVP came back into that ring, he would have missed it. He would have felt like he was home. And he freaking absolutely has been killing it. His mic skills, MVP has always been good. But since he's come back, I feel like his mic skills have just freaking... It just actually shows a established veteran who's been in the game for a while, who's just... Now they're freaking... Don't even have to think about it. It's like air. It's like breathing. They just do their thing to go out there. It's easy. It's like freaking slicing butter and spreading on bread. They got it down to an art form now. So you got MVP. You got my boy Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley, finally, they're using him like he should be. He's a beast. He should have already been freaking champion again, like major champion, US champion. I'm talking about give him the freaking Universal belt or give him the WWE Championship or something. Because when he came back, the match we all want to see, which I'm hoping, I'm praying it happens, and maybe this is why they're building him up finally. All of us want to see Brock and Lashley. When Lashley first came back, that's what we all was waiting for and wanting to see, Brock and Lashley. That's what we want. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that happens, because that's going to be cool. You got Shelton Benjamin now once again freaking showing his value, his worth. It's great to see him up in that crew now, and Cedric. It's awesome to see them. I think they've got a nice freaking dope like stable. And this is going to be a stable that's able. And they're going to freaking take it, and they're going to freaking do their thing, and it's going to be absolutely freaking amazing. I like how they ended Raw this week. If you ain't watched it, you gotta check this out, because it was freaking awesome. Retribution, which has been a bit questionable as a freaking stable, you know, I mean, I definitely not one of the best stables that that WWE has ever come up with. You know, there's definitely no Shield or anything like that, but it has been entertaining in the sense where there's chaos, then there is a bit of a story. You know, there's these guys coming and suddenly disturbing the peace, and you know, it is what it is. It's kind of entertaining. But this last week on Raw, yeah, it was definitely entertaining, because they were freaking disturbing the peace. Drew and freaking, oh my gosh, I've just gone blank. Drew and Keith were in the ring doing their match, and then suddenly Retribution comes and starts causing ruckus, and the next thing you know, freaking out of nowhere, didn't expect that to happen, the Hurt Business music, which they have their own crew song now, which sounds dope, and it starts playing, and they come out in their suits looking all freaking sharp and dope. And they freaking start taking everything off, getting ready to go in the ring to fight. When they were outnumbered, they had Retribution had about 13 people out there or something, and the four of them just go down there and start bringing the pain to them. It was so dope. It was so cool. An amazing part of Raw. And then, just when you thought it couldn't get any doper, suddenly Drew and Keith freaking do this amazing dope flip over the ring and takes out everybody, and that's how the show is. It was so good. That was the high point. So you know, and look, I probably missed a couple other people. Oh, Rey Mysterio's still doing his thing, you know. Dominic has been also showing his worth, and he's doing really good, and I heard that WWE's high on him right now, you know, the powers that be. So, you know, he's there. And, you know, there's probably a few other people I might have missed, you know, that eludes me. But yeah, I like Bliss. I think they're gonna probably try to somehow fit her into the Fiend situation and stuff as well. So that should be interesting to see what happens there. But yeah, guys, like, I think WWE finally has gotten the hint that they need to plant the plants, water them, freaking give them plenty of sunlight, give them the time they need to grow. It's finally happening. I'm all in for it. So we're gonna have to just wait and see what else happens from this. But it's a good time to be a wrestling fan, and it's a damn good time to be watching WWE. So yeah, guys, I'm in this one here. That's kind of all I wanted to talk about on this particular episode of Wrestle Fury. So guys, I'll catch you in the next one, and as always, remember to live each moment to the fullest and keep it off tap. We're out. In case I don't want to freaking fall and drop everything on film, that just sucks. Alright guys, we're gonna do a little mission right now. Alright, this is just for you guys. We gotta get out of here! We gotta get out of here! I'll catch you guys later for another vlog!